clear that the atmosphere is starting to grow. People are starting to get machinery started. This is where it all starts to happen. And one person I had to have a word with, really, the man that they've all got to beat, because he holds the title. You had a great end of last season, Rob.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't hope for a better end of the season, to be honest with you. You know, it sets you up for the winter, but today's going to be a tall order, that's for sure.
Well, a tall order indeed, but am I able to say that looks like a speedway bike to me?
No, I have got my speedway bike here, but yeah, my boy Robbie, he wants to have a little go because his grass track bike's a little bit under par, so I want to try and keep him my grass track bike and let him ride the speedway bike if possible.
Excellent, but of course, looking out there at the moment, I mean, they've done a lot of work on the circuit. You've had some great successes here at Tunbridge. Did you ever think they could improve the circuit?
To be honest with you, I mean, they improve it every year. I mean, they put so much effort into it, it's untrue, really. I mean, we go racing Sundays, you know, every Sunday, and Tom and all the rest of them, like, they spend their time down here on a Sunday preparing their track. I mean, and you couldn't wish for it to be better, really.
Well, you're absolutely right. I think we're in for a fabulous day's racing, but as I think you've already said, it's a tall order to get that Bonfire Burn-up title this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean that's the good thing about it. I mean, I don't think anybody would really want to put too much money on the winner today at this point, you know. So just hope everybody has a real good day and we have a few beers afterwards, really.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Rob.
Cheers.
Well, of course, I've kept going on about the fact that the circuit looks in superb condition. One man who's had some successes here in the past, and I'm sorry to remind you, some failures. Ivor Matthews, the circuit looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah, some spectacular failures, I think. Yeah, it does. It looks absolutely superb. I mean, we've just taken our suspension off and hope it stays as smooth as it looks. I think it's going to be slick, which will put the advantage back in the court on the speedway bikes again, but I don't mind that.
Now, the one thing that I've been talking about is the fact that really you'd be a silly man to actually put any money on any predictions of who's going to win. It really is so open, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I think Glen, the Australian guy last week, showed what the speedway bikes are capable of. I think everybody's done some work in the week to try and catch up with him the way he was going, certainly in the final. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
And I've got to ask you, Simon, you enjoy this circuit?
Yeah, I love this circuit. Always enjoy this circuit. Enjoyed last week as well. Bit of a failure, but never mind, we'll do it this week.
Well, let's hope so. But as I just mentioned a moment ago, really when I look around the pits in the sidecar world, you know, the crowd really are full of expectation at the moment because everybody's on par with each other, aren't they?
Yeah, certainly. As Ivor said, we've got to keep up with the Australians. He had a good week last week, and it's up to the British boys here today to get out and beat him.
Absolutely, and we're going to look forward to that, obviously, with some fabulous spectaculars, I think I'm going to call it. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Well, obviously, I've tried to get words with as many of the competitors I possibly could this morning, and really I've said that there's an extra dimension on the burn-up this year because we've got the Australian sidecar champions over here. Glenn, terrific to see you over here racing, and obviously a fantastic performance at the Aces. First impressions of the burn-up circuit?
Well, it's a little bit more like home now. I think it looks like an excellent track, nice and smooth, and hopefully we can make amends with it.
Well, indeed, a little bit more like home. That sounds as if you might be a bit more of a threat than you actually were last week.
Oh, you never know on the day, eh? You have to see what happens.
Well, we will. Obviously, we'll be keeping an eye on you when you're out for practice this morning, but thoroughly enjoyed your trip over here to the UK.
Yeah, thoroughly. The people have been great. They've looked after us like kings, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Well, obviously, we're looking forward to what really is the end of our racing season, a fantastic burn-up meeting. Wish you the very best of luck this afternoon, and let's hope you can really start to mix it with these boys.
Thanks very much, Jim. We'll see what we can do.
Well, I'm absolutely game for anything, and they've said to me that I must have a few words with Robbie, the passenger. Now, Robbie, I just said to Glenn, you're enjoying your trip over here to the UK.
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Bloody great countryside, good hospitality, and I'll take this opportunity to thank Terry Skinner and his companion Christine for putting us up while we've been here. It's been really well. And I'd like to thank also Roger Measor. He's been a great help since we've been here. Helped rebuild the bike after the road's minutes, and no, he's been tremendous. Thank you.
Been tremendous. But Rob, what are your impressions of the circuit here this afternoon?
Looks good. Looks bloody good.
Looks bloody good. I think that sums it up well, doesn't it? But obviously we're looking forward to a fantastic race meeting. He's got to be in his bonnet, hasn't he? He'd love to win this one as well as the Aces, wouldn't he?
Yes, it'd be good to win them both, but there's a lot of good competition out there. It'll be hard, so here's to good racing and hope the best man wins.
Yes, indeed. We'll see you later. Cheers, Robbie.
Here come the sidecars.
Well, indeed, Tony, what great expectations we got for this afternoon. A tremendous lineup. They've worked very, very hard to get all the competitors to compete in the Bonfire Burn-up for 1997. The Sidecars, in fact, leading past me are outfit number 6, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. And great to see outfit number 2, Steve Smith and Dave French. Had some terrific rides down at the Ace of Aces last week. Whilst we're talking about that, of course, Simon Witt goes trotting by. He won that Ace of Aces last week. Number 17 is Dave Steer and Rob Sharrocks. Certainly an outfit that goes extremely well on the Tunbridge circuit.
Well, Paul Hurry just slipped by there in amongst the Sidecars, Jim. And Paul, the British Masters champion, played a major part, as we know, in the Grand Slam.
Indeed, as many of the Sidecars now go past me, I saw in amongst them Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madeley. Number 43 was Roy Spreadbury and Tony Bemister. We can't miss, of course, last year's winner Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, and our British Masters champions John Halsey and Jason Glennie. Number 12 is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. Have you noticed all these Speedway outfits coming out? It promises to be a fantastic Sidecar meeting this afternoon. Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill on Rob Wilson's Speedway outfit. Problems with their own outfit. Number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. Great to see that Mark is here competing. He loves this circuit. Number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. He's another one that said to me last week he perhaps chose the wrong outfit for that circuit. He's got exactly the right one this week. Number 60 is Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. That long trip up from Cornwall, and plenty of supporters come with them. Number 74 is Duncan Tolrest and Paul Baisby. Number 15, a man that, well, I know you won't mind me saying, he's had some great success here, and he's also had some major disasters. Do you remember that breaking down on the last lap of the British Masters here? Well, Ivor Matthews certainly does. Simon Wall, and great to see that Ian Weatherly is on that bike as well. He's making a recovery and promises to be back on the grass track circuits. Plate number 1, I hope you've read about these guys in the programme. All the way from Australia. They said they are thoroughly enjoying their visit to the UK. They enjoy the razzmatazz that went with last week. They think the circuit here, to quote, is a bit more like we're used to back home. Well, what's that going to mean?
The Sidecars.
Oh, thanks, Tony, and with anticipation, a fantastic Sidecar event this afternoon, I'm sure. We look at race 1, we see Roger Measor out for the first time. He, in fact, holds the most Bonfire Burn-up titles, 4 in the history of this event. Mark Edwards, the youngster who's had nothing but machine problems this season, will it all hold together this afternoon? He loves this circuit. Gary Jackson, number 23, you'll see on that start line, has never won the Bonfire Burn-up, but he said he would love to win it this afternoon. This afternoon, as it comes past me, it's Robbie Wilson who's got to the front. Mark Edwards goes around the outside of him as they go into the first turn. In second place. Roger Measor in first spot at the moment has got Gary Jackson up behind him. Can those two work their way through and catch up with the 2 youngsters in front of them? Mark Edwards looking to be in terrific form at the moment. Leading from Robbie Wilson in second place. Gary Jackson and Colin Hill. Can Roger Measor close the gap? There's a battle going on at the back of the field for Richard Thomas and Rob Winterburn. And really all eyes, I'm sure, on the... Into the last lap as they come past me this time. Can Roger Measor make up another place? Gary Jackson not happy at the moment, back in 4th place. Second at the moment, keeps an excellent line on that bottom turn. As they come towards the line, it's Mark Edwards that gets it. Robbie Wilson does hang on to second. Roger Measor just going through on the inside of him, but left it a bit too late. Of the day for the Sidecars, race 5 in your programme and a win for outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In second place, number 25 is Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In third place, number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. Fourth place, number 23, Gary Jackson and Mixed Ace. Fifth place, number 148, Ron Winterburn and Chris Winterburn. And sixth place there, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. The winning time, 1:31.91, 1:31.91. So your official result for race 5 should read 8:25, 51, 23, 148 and 60, 1:31.91 that time. So the outfits appear from the pits for race 6. A chance to see in action for the first time this afternoon. The defending champions of the Bonfire Burn-up. They won it in 1996, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. On the inside, John Halsey and Duncan Tollers together as they go into that first turn. Duncan just getting a Oh, they do look to be in terrific form to defend the Burn-up title. Duncan Tollers having a great start. He's still got second place. Halsey has actually changed lines and he's now attacked on the inside and he gets through as he comes past me. Well, he's got through. Around the bottom turn they come and into the last lap this time past me. Oh, Duncan Tollers has not given up on that second. He chases after John Halsey. And then he's still there in the first stop. They were up for it. They said the circuit was riding fantastic and suited them. They proved it in their first ride with a win. John Halsey and Jason Glennie takes second, Duncan Tollers and Paul Baisby in third, Tim Bennett in fourth. Of race 6, the first outing for outfit number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. They take an official win. In second place, number 13 is John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, number 74 is Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. In fourth place, outfit number 12, Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves. In fifth place, number 11 is Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. And sixth place, number 43, Roy Spreadbury and Tony Bemister. The winning time, 1:31.21, 1:31.21 that winning time. The official result for race 6, 24, 13, 74, 12, 11 and 43. In race 7, they are John Hiscock and Graham Ashby, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrock, Steve Smith and Dave French. They of course have won the title 3 times and it was only back in 1995 that they won it for the last time. You look back then to 1990, so they'll be up for it this afternoon, that's for sure. Underway, there's problems for Glen Hough as I say that. The rest of the field go by me. Steve Smith and Dave French. Know that they've got the equipment. They are very, very quick indeed, but they've got a lot of work to do in this first seat. Ivor Matthews fighting with Steve Smith for the lead. Oh, Glen Hough has got past Colin Blackburn. To get by on the inside. I think Glen's going to have to switch to the outside if he wants to get past Dave Steer.
But Steve Smith and Dave French looking in terrific form, lead as they come past me. Glen Hough this time trying to... Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall staying much tighter into the plane. Steve Smith in fact takes the win. Ivor Matthews takes second. Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong in third. John Hiscock and Graham Ashby in fourth. Oh, what a cosy start to the afternoon for the Australian champions. Completely missing that start. And they had to work their way through to get up into third. Of the sidecar heats for their first ride. Race 7 in your programme, the official result reads as a win for outfit number 2. That's Steve Smith and Dave French. In second place, a terrific ride from Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall, outfit number 15. In third place, number 1, Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. In fourth place, number 184 is John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. In fifth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharrocks. Sixth place finisher there, number 22, Colin Blackburn and Eddie Elvis. The winning time was 1:30.93, 1:30.93, and equates to a speed of 62.71. 62.71 the average speed. Oh, thanks Tony, and this of course is where we wonder whether anybody's done any gear changes, have they changed tyres, have they adjusted the outfits at all, because they're out for the second time. Race 12 is where we start. For the second time this afternoon, and is Colin Blackburn has got to the front. Oh, this could be an interesting first turn as Gary Jackson. Past me is Gary Jackson that still leads. Roger Measor has moved through in the second spot. Oh, there's still the battle going on at the back of the field. He goes after Richard Thomas in turn, and Richard Thomas trying to close up on Colin Blackburn. And while all that goes on at the back of the field, we've got Gary Jackson and Mick Stace getting away from Roger Measor and Shane Lapper in second place. Colin Blackburn. To follow him. Oh, things not going well for Ivor Matthews at the moment, but as we see the last that flag go out, he's made up one more place, so it's Gary Jackson that leads. Roger Measor in second, John Hiscock in third, Ivor Matthews now in fourth place. Into the last turn they go, and it will be the checkered flag this time as they slow coming round that bottom turn. They will hold their positions, of course, so it means that Gary Jackson crosses the line with a win. Roger Measor in second in all sorts of smoke. John Hiscock in third, Ivor Matthews in fourth, and Richard Thomas in fifth. Outfit gets pushed back to the pits. Hopefully that was just a water system problem that they can sort quickly. We give the official result of race 12, which stands as they were on the three-quarters race distance. It's a win for outfit number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In second place, number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapple. In third place, number 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. In fourth place was number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. And in fifth place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. No winning time there, of course. That result after three-quarters race distance. 23, 51, 184, 15 and 60.
Well, when we look at the solo situation after 2 legs, we have Joe Screen on 20 points, and he is certainly the only rider unbeaten here this afternoon thus far. We have Jason Crump and Glenn Cunningham on 18 points. On 16 points we have Steve Schofield, Zenex Snyderwind and Clayton Williams. And on 14 points we have Philip Berger and Mike Green. On 13 points we have Paul Hurry. On 12 points we have Massimo Mora. And on 11 points we have number 10, Johannes Kalamakorpi, and number 26, Colin Earl. So not a lot of gaps. When we look down there, one slip, a couple of points, the whole thing can change. So Joe Screen then leading on 20 points, Jason Crump and Glenn Cunningham both on 18 points. But remember, we've got people like Jeremy Doncaster, who had a win the first time out, but had a problem in his second outing, so he can come up into contention very rapidly indeed. Well, the sad sight of the ambulance being taken across, let's hope that this is just a precaution and that the guys will be taken away for check over and arrest. It's Colin Blackburn and Eddie Alvis, of course, with the problem on that far bend. Let's hope that after a bit of a arrest they will be, if not fit and well, certainly only a little shaken up.
Now he goes in race 13. The closest to him is Robbie Wilson, who had a second. Duncan Tolhurst had a 3rd place. 5th place is for Rob Winterburn and Craig Cheetham, and Royce Bedbury with a 6th spot. Turns out Craig Cheetham's had a good start. Robbie Wilson again with a good start, but it's Mark Edwards that flies into that bottom turn. At the moment on the lead as Craig Cheetham's gone very, very wide. Mark Edwards sees the gap, and it's Mark Edwards that drives a hole on the inside and gets that lead. A very good bottom turn from Mark Edwards. Craig Cheetham, no answer to that one at the moment. Robbie Wilson on his course. Craig Cheetham, of course, is also on his Speedway outfit. But Mark Edwards, who's had so many of those disappointments in things that Wilson is in 3rd, Duncan Tolhurst in 4th, and that in fact is how they come across the line. A win for outfit number 8, of course, that is Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In 2nd place, outfit number 11, Craig Cheetham and Guy Reynolds. In 3rd, number 25 is Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In 4th, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. 5th place, number 148, Rod and Chris Winterburn. And in 6th place, number 43 is Royce Bedbury and Tony Bemister. 133.09 was the winning time, 133.09. That equates to an average of 61.25. We've seen Mark Edwards, who had a win first time out. The others that had race victories are Rob Wilson and Steve Smith. They both go in race 14. They're joined by John Halsey, who had a 2nd, Glen Hough, who had a 3rd, Tim Bennett, who had a 4th, and Dave Steer, who had a 5th. It promises to be a cracking heat. back in third place as they go into that first turn. Had a win first time, will now know that Glen Hough is right behind him. He's a very experienced speedway rider. And they found a gap on the inside as they come up past us. Has he got through? He certainly has. As he goes into that top end, Rob Wilson. In fourth, that's how they stay as they go into the last lap. Glen Hough has promised big things. And he's proving his words at the moment by coming over the line with his first race victory of the afternoon. Oh, Rob Wilson, in fact, has blown a tyre by the look of it. Well, there's all bits of rubber flying across the circuit, and I think there was a back tyre exploding coming out of that bottom turn. Very quick and fast and furious as we give the official result for race 14. It was a win for the Australian champions Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong, outfit number 1. In second place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In third place, outfit number 2, Steve Smith and Dave French. In fourth place, number 12, Tim Bennett, Steve Hargreaves. In fifth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sharax. In sixth place there, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. 1:30.33 the winning time, 1:30.33. Speed 63.12, 63.12. And when you think they're going down 2 straights and throwing it sideways around 2 very big bends, 63.12 they're averaging. Made the best of the starts. I'll remind you that Lee Ray comes into this one. In fact, it's Roger Measor has got to the front. Come a long, long way round. Has he made it? He certainly has. Oh, Wilson now to the front. John Hiscock in third place at the moment. Glen Hough back in third. On this bottom turn as Glen Hough comes through on the inside of John Hiscock. Gets up into third place. He's now got a battle with Roger Measor. Probably keep in front of Glen Hough. Roger Measor tries to stay in contention with them. So go around the top end, watch for the gap to be closed. Wait for the official result, but from where I was sitting, it looked as if Rob would have onto it. Just getting better and better as the afternoon goes on. They're all getting used to the circuit. The official result of race 19, a win. His second of the afternoon, Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, outfit number 24. In second place, outfit number 1, that's the Australian champions, Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. In third place, number 51 is Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In fourth place, number 184, that's John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. Fifth place is 148, Rob and Chris Winterburn. And in 6th place, our reserve coming in for Royce Fredbury, that's outfit number 6, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. 131.73 the winning time, 131.73, that equates to 62.16. Oh, with an average of 62 mile an hour. We look to race 20, and looking back over results, Gary Jackson, of course, comes to the line. He's had a 4th place first time out. He must have changed something. He had a win in his 2nd ride.
Ivor Matthews going back.
That set the pace. Gary Jackson and Mick Stace tucked in behind them. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall sitting in 3rd at the moment. Richard Thomas in 4th, Tim Bennett in 5th, and Robbie Wilson very back up to the front because Steve Smith and Dave French are going well this afternoon. They've got a terrific record in this Bonfire Burnup. They've won it 3 times. Can they do it again? Going on in that 4th place. It's a real battle between Tim Bennett and Richard Thomas. But as the last lap flag goes, we'll see any changes on this last lap. Line around that top there. He's riding superbly, and he's certainly proving it. To the checkered flag he goes. That's his 2nd win this afternoon. Gary Jackson gets 2nd, Ivor Matthews gets 3rd, and Tim Bennett wins him out to 4th place. The official result reads as a win for outfit number 2, his 2nd this afternoon, Steve Smith and Dave French. In 2nd place, number 23, is Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In 3rd place, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. In 4th place, number 12 is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. In 5th place is 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. And in 6th place, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. 132.10 that winning time, 132.10, 61.91, 61.91. So really nothing in those speeds at the moment as we look to race 21, and we get a chance to see in action once again outfit number 8, the only crew that have had 2 rides and 2 wins, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. That's how they go by me. Duncan Tolas fighting his way through into 4th place. Problems by all of the having a terrific afternoon so far. This is exactly where they've been in their first 2 outings, right at the front of the field. John Halsey and Jason Glennie are very disappointing ride in their 2nd outing. Mark Edwards at all. Mark Edwards in terrific form as he goes past me into the last lap. Oh, if anything, Craig Cheatham is the one making the ground. He's certainly closing up on John. rides for Mark Edwards and Will Jones. They take the win. John Halsey gets second, Craig Cheatham in third, Duncan Tolhurst in fourth, and Dave Steer in fifth. Sidecars, 3 rides and 3 wins for outfit number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In second place, number 13 is John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In third place, number 11, Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In fourth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. Fifth place, number 17, Dave Steer and Rob Sherrocks. And in sixth place, number 20, our reserve coming in, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madeley. 132.50 the winning time, 132.50, an equivalent speed of 61.64. Well, we've seen them really motoring this afternoon. We're getting to those final stages. If you haven't scored the points so far, you've got to do something extra special in your last ride. We see how the solos sort themselves out. It's really about that 6th qualifying place, I think, is where the important break is. We've got Rob Wilson on 19 points. We've got Steve Smith on 18 points. We've got Glen Hough on 16 points. On 12 points is Ivor Matthews. As they get underway for this, the start of these last leg rides, as Roger Measor gets to the point. Back underneath, and he looks to go after Roger Measor. Into his top turn they go, and Roger Measor still just hangs under the lead from Steve Smith. He's got a gap. He goes through into this bottom turn. Roger Measor tries to stay with him. Both of them gone extremely wide. Robbie Wilson keeps it tight and has gone for on the inside. Well, it's close to that second spot now as Steve Smith has got to the front. Roger Measor is second. French having a terrific afternoon. They sit third in the overall points tally coming into this last ride. They've had 2 wins already and a third. Sit back and watch the other 2 heats to see what happens. But as we see the checkered flag go, we get a win for Steve Smith and Dave French in race 26. Roger Measor and Shane Lapham take second. Robbie Wilson, having a great afternoon, finishes in third. So let's give you that official result then of the first of our last leg rides. A win for outfit number 2, that is of course Steve Smith and Dave French. In second place under 51 is Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In third place, number 25 is Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In fourth place, number 11, that's Craig Cheatham and Clive Reynolds. In fifth place, outfit number 6, that's our reserve coming in, Lee Ray and Chris Wall. The winning time was 132.99, 132.99, 61.32, the equivalent speed, 61.32. So you should have 2, 51, 25, 11 and 6, and if you're keeping the points tally yourself, you should be transferring maximum points to outfit number 2. Work your way back down the points if you don't want to bother. If you want to enjoy race 27, leave the point scoring to the people to my left, who I'm sure will do a much better job than I can certainly do. As we look to race 27, we've got Rob Wilson going once again. He's had 2 wins already this afternoon, completed it with a second in his second ride, 19 points overall, looking very strong to get into that final. Ivor Matthews, a second, a fourth and a third. Glen Hough, of course, is in there as well. And in fact, Glen Hough has again missed that gate, so again we've got the interest to see. The best of it, and Gary Jackson gets to the front. All 3 outfits together for that second place, nothing to separate them. Robbie Wilson has gone wide. Ivor Matthews has hung it in tight on the inside of this bottom turn. John Hiscock has stayed with him, and Ivor Matthews goes round Gary Jackson. Rob Wilson goes to the outside. Yeah, I think again, see the back. I think Gary Jackson out of this particular heat. Matthews starts to close up though. Rob Wilson going for yet another win. Leads, he's gone wide. Ivor Matthews is in second at the moment. Glen Hough has got through into third place in front of John Hiscock. Follows Glen Hough now starting to this afternoon. Sidecar men as Rob Wilson leads from Ivor Matthews in second. Glen Hough getting closer and closer to Ivor Matthews. There's one more lap to go. Simon Moore looks over his shoulder. He's seen Glen Hough there. I'm sure he'll be indicating why the over the line, takes yet another win. Ivor Matthews, I'm sure, will be pleased to have managed to keep in front of Glen Hough. 5 points for his second place and Glen Hough in third place. Race 27 then, the official result, a win and maximum points for outfit number 24. Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. In second place, number 15 is Ivor Matthews and Simon Moore. In third place, number 1, Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. And in fifth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Paul Baisby. 132.75 the winning time, 132.75, 61.48 that equates to, 61.48. So you should have 24, 15, 1, 184 and 74 as we now move to the last of the qualifying races. Race 28 in your programme, a chance to see in action. Mark Edwards, who's had 3 rides and 3 wins. John Halsey, 3 rides, 2 second places and a disastrous 6th place. He knows he needs a good ride in this one to get in. I'm sure all the points calculations are going on in the pits at the moment. In the final as we see the checkered flag go. He hasn't maintained the maximums. He had 3 wins and now a second. At the end of all, but let's give you the official result of race 28. It is a win. Maximum points for outfit number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In second place, number 8 is Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In third place, number 12, and of course, is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargreaves. In fourth place, number 60, Richard Thomas and Kevin Woodley. In fifth place, number 148 is Chris Winterburn. And sixth place, number 20 3 are reserves, Vaughan Roberts and Terry Madeley. 133.73 is the winning time, 133.73, 60.83 the equivalent speed. So you should have 13, 8, 12, 60, 148 and 20, 133.73, 60.83.
In the sidecars, he's having a great day. Number 8 is Mark Edwards. He goes in this big final. Can this be the meeting for him this year? Number 24 is Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, the only outfits who have beaten the Australian champions here this afternoon on this circuit. Number 2 is Steve Smith, the old campaigner. He's won the Bonfire Burn-up 3 times in the past. Can he do it again and make it 4? Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. They've made it to the final. We've seen them win the Ace of Aces. Can they do it again? Can they go back home with our 2 major trophies? John Halsey and Jason Glennie, the British Masters champions, they've just scraped through to the final with a win in their last heat. And joining them to make 6 outfits on the line, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. We watch to see it unfold. We start with the Constellation B finals, and then we go on to those big, big finals. Who's going to win the Burn-up for 1997?
As they get underway, it's a terrific start from Ivor Matthews and Simon. I can't help thinking that these 2 should have been in the A final, but that's how tight it is in the 1000cc sidecar racing this afternoon. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall making the best of this consolation at the moment. Gary Jackson and Mick States go after them. Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves in third place at the moment. Showing us what they're capable of on this sort of circuit. They won here earlier on in the year at the Battle of Britain. Disappointed, I'm sure, not to be in that A final. They've won the Burn-up. There's a big gap now between them and Gary Jackson. Tim Bennett has stayed in 3rd place. Robbie Wilson is trying to get close to him. But as they go across in front of me once again, Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. The gap's really starting to open up now, Gary Jackson. Might attack for that 3rd place. But as they come towards me, it is Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall that have still got that lead. Gary Jackson not able to close at all. And they really are just following each other around them. There's no gap to be closed. They go down the back straight, Tim Bennett opens it up once again. So into the last lap we go, and Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall very quickly getting themselves to the front, stamping their authority on this consolation final. Just one more lap to go. As they go across the line. A victory as they come towards the checkered flag for Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Gary Jackson and Mick Stace get 2nd, Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves get 3rd, and Robbie Wilson finishes in 4th. Sidecar Consolation Burn-up B final for 1997 is a win for outfit number 15. They indeed will be coming round to receive your applause. Ivor Matthews and Simon Wall. Finishing in 2nd place, outfit number 23, Gary Jackson and Mick Stace. In 3rd, number 12 is Tim Bennett and Steve Hargraves. In 4th, number 25, Robbie Wilson and Colin Hill. In 5th, number 184, John Hiscock and Graham Ashby. And in 6th place, number 11, Craig Cheetham and Clive Reynolds. The winning time was 2:17.07. 2:17.07. So 2:17.07, 61.19. That's the equivalent speed, 61.19. We move to the sidecars, and what a tremendous lineup we've got. We know that the racing's been hard this afternoon. We knew that we'd have 6 very strong competitors in the sidecar final. He comes back at him. So as we look to the front, the Australian champions, Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. They hit the Ace of Aces with a storm. They said that they enjoyed all the track of them, but he's certainly not as close as I'd like him to be as they go into these latter stages. Well, Steve Smith and John Halsey are having a battle for that third place. Steve Smith looking to get on the rostrum again. Tries to stay with them. Now, of course, they are used to endurance races in Australia, so the 6 laps won't worry them at all. One more lap to go. They'll be pleased to see that last lap flag. There's not been a good final for Mark Edwards. He's still trying to get out of the back. There's Steve Smith battles into this corner. John Halsey wants it back again though. As John Halsey goes into third as they come to Rob Wilson has packed up. Rob Wilson has packed up, so Steve Smith and John Halsey will get to that rostrum. Disaster for Rob Wilson and Tony Miles, winners of the burn-up last year, but as we saw with the Ace of Aces, is travelling far, far afield. It will go through Australia this year, and what a tremendous visit they've had to the UK. They really have taken our racing by storm. No answer to them at the Ace of Aces, no answer here on the burn-up circuit. A tremendous ride from Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. So indeed, as all the sidecar drivers congratulate Glen Hough. Come round to receive your applause. We'll see them on the rostrum. Please stay with us for the presentation. Don't forget, it's party night tonight in the beer tent. There's lots of birthdays to celebrate, including Ray Palmer's and Gary Jarvis's, so we've got a bit celebrating tonight. There's the fireworks, of course, if you've got the kids with you, and we call that the big presentation. Let's give you the official result of the sidecar final. It was, of course, a win for outfit number 1, Glen Hough and Robbie Armstrong. In second place, number 2 is Steve Smith and Dave French. In third, number 13 is John Halsey and Jason Glennie. In fourth, number 51, Roger Measor and Shane Lapham. In fifth place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Will Jones. In 6th place, number 24, very disappointing for Rob Wilson and Tony Miles. A winning time of 2:15.06, 2:15.06, a speed of 62.10, 62.10. And I think you're going to see that Glen and Robbie will be coming round for a lap of honour. Now, what's he going to do with the Union flag?
And let's not forget, Jim, if this is Roger Measor's last sidecar race, he's going round with them and sure is an opportunity to show our appreciation for the many years of great grass track racing we've seen from Roger Measor. Surely there can be, or there will not be for some time, anybody who can repeat his long, long series of successful races, and I'd like to think that we'd all show our appreciation.
Well, absolutely right, Tony. It's a great shame that we have to make announcements like that, but this is the last time you will see Roger Measor riding an outfit competitively in the world of Grasstrack and Bonfire racing. Oh, what about these stars of Australia, though? Can we get them back here again next year, I wonder? Will they bring more of them over with them? We know they produce spectacular racing. There's certainly going to be a lot going on in the press as they return to Australia. They've taken our two big Premier Internationals and they've done it in style.
I think, Jim, one of the things I'd like to say is just how well this track has stood up to the event today. I think we've seen the track in better shape than ever before. It's been absolutely tremendous here all afternoon. Very, very quick racing, and a credit to the Tunbridge Club and all the hard work they put into it.
Oh, absolutely right. As I mentioned earlier on, Tony, that when I was doing the interviews this morning for the video, all the riders were very, very complimentary of the conditions of the track, and that they'd only practice on. I'm going to be interested to find out at the presentation what they thought of the track this afternoon. I agree with you. Tunbridge is now in tip-top condition, and we equally know what sort of racing that can produce. Some fantastic racing this afternoon.
Yeah, that was one of those eerie feelings, isn't it, Tony? You think, well, these Sidecar boys wouldn't let me down, would they? I can't see any of them in the audience whatsoever, but I know they're lurking about somewhere. Look at that, all the thumbs, you see, reliable people looking after me. Well, what can I say? There's been so much talk about 1000cc sidecars this year. If you've ever gone to any of the European circuits, you've heard that the Germans want to see them over there, the French want to see them in Lariol. We've always said that the home of 1000cc sidecar racing is here in the UK. Well, I think the questions are going to continue. Does it really lie across the other side of the world? He's come over here, he's visited, he's shown us how to do it, basically. But we know we've got the guys that are willing to come back at him, and we know we've got guys that will continue next year to entertain us in this fantastic class of motorcycle racing. I'm talking 1000cc sidecars, and what better than here at the Borley circuit, known and lovingly known as the Action Circuit. We've seen it again, some fantastic racing. Finishing in third this afternoon, it is of course John Halsey and Jason Denny. Yeah, I'll let you get the award first. And before you get up on the rostrum there, John, I mean, quick word, you was worrying me earlier on. I dare remind you that it was sort of like a second and a last.
We were worried earlier on as well. No, we decided to put the solid suspension on because it was nice and smooth, speedway sort of track. But it just didn't work. We just couldn't get out of the gate all day, so we put the suspension back on again, and there you were. We were, back on form again.
Well, I was actually watching those points being scored because I'd worked it out before your last ride that nothing less than a win would get you into the final.
That's right, we worked it out as well, and I think Gary got a puncture, and that virtually sort of put us in as well as having the win. But yeah, we got in there and had a little fight, so it wasn't too bad.
Not too bad, and of course you ended up on the rostrum. A good day?
Yeah, it was a bit of a palaver really by the final run. I mean, Rob, he gated, I said to Milo before he went out, I said, that gate, you're going to be gone, and he did. And I do feel a little bit sorry for Rob and Milo, really. I mean, I think they deserve to be on the rostrum, but I'm still happy with the third place. But it was good fun all round, really. It was hard going in 6 laps.
Well, indeed, hard going. A very competitive field, 1,000cc Sidecar racing. We get you up on the rostrum now. Finishing in third place, John Halsey and Jason Melly. But it means that we move up to second place. So near, but so far, you might say. But of course, they've been around for a long time. They're used to being up on the rostrums. It is, of course, a very competitive and still competitive Steve Smith and Dave French. Look at that, you can always rely on them, can't you? This one will get highly embarrassed. No, there they are, good.
Pretty quiet, isn't it?
So come on then, a round of applause for them as they come up. So take the rules. Now you come over here, Steve, because I'm not going to bother to walk away up the other end, but I've got to have a few words, obviously. Started the day tremendously. That bike really does look quick now.
Yeah, the bike's going well. It's going well.
Okay, this is when we lead in slowly, isn't it, to the big one? But of course, I've got to say that, reminding you of that final, not the best of starts.
No, it's happened 2 weeks running now. I was desperately hoping today that I could get out of the gate and give Glen a run for his money, and unfortunately it didn't occur again 2 weeks running. But not to worry.
No, not to worry. As you know, there's a lot of people here that love to see you out there competing, and still competing very, very competitively. Worked your way through, got yourself up in the second.
Yeah, it was good. John and I had a good scrap for third, what we thought we were going to be third place, but unfortunately Rob failed at the end and led us through into a second and third place. So congratulations to John, and before he comes up here, congratulations to Glen and Robbie for coming over here and having 2 excellent performances against us. But let's make no mistake, the tide will turn.
Well, here we are. Have I got any big sponsors out there that want to take these wheels to Australia? Well, thanks very much indeed. Our second place finishes there, Steve Smith and Dave French. But of course, we've got that one place to fill. The visitors. They've done it again. We saw them win last weekend in spectacular form. They said to me this morning when I interviewed them, this is more like the circuits they race at home. And they've shown us how to ride it. The winners of the 1997 Bonfire Burn-up, the Australian champions Glen Hough Robbie Armstrong. That's it as well.
He's a kangaroo, don't forget.
Well, as I say, before I get up there and have a few words with these guys, and I know you want me to talk to them, but I've got to call somebody a bit special up, because a guy that used to ride Sidecar passenger for many years, for a year or two, about somewhere with a trophy here that was kindly presented by yourself, and it goes to the Sidecar passenger, of course. Have you made your way up for? Yeah, give him a cheer, why not? Dressed up like an Olympic skier, but...
Oh, thank you. That's not fair, is it?
We can't spray. So, ladies and gentlemen, the full Euro trophy goes this year to Robbie Armstrong. Have you finished with the photos? Oh, you're in the way. Right, is Alan going to let me up there for a minute? Right, so we'll have a quick word with these guys. Can I squeeze up there a minute? Right. Now, right. Now, last week I spoke to you, and you said that basically you enjoyed the circuits over here. You knew these boys were going to be tough to beat, but you've gone and done it again.
Yeah, but you don't know how tough it was out there.
Well, I think when we were looking, we could see that it was very tough racing. I'm really getting worried now. I don't like it up here. But a long journey over here has been very worthwhile.
Yeah, it's been extremely worthwhile. The people over here are absolutely fantastic. You know, the crowds, the whole lot, you know, it's all been a bit unbelievable for us. But just to see all your people out here makes it well worthwhile, I can tell you.
Well, we've got great support in the UK, and I think you can see from this that they've enjoyed you coming over. Robbie, you're not going to get away with it, Robbie. I've got to have a few words, because there's one thing that we love in this sidecar racing is that passengers have their own particular way of putting their views across. Well, you've heard it from Glen. Now from yourself, have you enjoyed your trip over?
Shit on.
I was expecting something to happen then after I interviewed him this morning, but is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Yes, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Robert Griffith Racing, for preparing a great bike. Also, Bill Payton, he builds motors, a very good Suzuki, a very quick Suzuki, as all these blokes riding Yamahas know. I'd also like to thank Terry and Chris Skinner for putting us up while we've been staying over here. Also, Michael Hancock for supplying vans to get the bike around. And also Roger Measor, he's a great help with his workshop back at his place here at Steventon, just to get our bike up and running after Roger's Minus accident. So thank Roger for all that. And I'd just like to thank the wonderful crowds you've got over here and support the racing. Thank you very much.
Tremendous racing this afternoon. Your three winners have given one last big round of applause. It is, of course, John Halsey, Jason Benny, Steve Smith and Dave French, but our Bonfire Burnup champions, Glen Hough Robbie Armstrong. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the last of the photographs get taken of all our winners. It only remains really for me and from Tony to say that I hope you've enjoyed once again all the work that's gone into the fair in the Bonfire Burnup circuit. It got the name a few years ago of being the action track. I can't disagree with that at all. I think you'll agree we've had some fantastic racing here this afternoon. It does certainly mean that apart from a few centimetres, we have really come to the end of the Grasstrack season in 1997. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. I hope we're going to see you around next year, of course, back here at the action track. Have a very safe journey home if you're not joining us for the party in the water.
That's unusual, isn't it? No wonder it's £1,000. Paul, standing behind me.